Tsundoku, noun. Language of origin, Japanese. Meaning, the act of acquiring books but allowing them to pile up unread.
Udon is more than a delicious Japanese soup. It's also the name of a Canadian studio that has had their hands in graphic novels and comics since the turn of the century. Beyond Agent X for Marvel Comics and the Amikami statues for DC Direct, they've been involved in everything from bringing Extravaganza to the States to collecting Menage a 3 in an easy-to-find series. At the end of the day, Udon will always be defined by its relationship with Capcom. Over the past 2 decades, they've created comic books focused on the interconnected world of Street Fighter, including the Night Warriors and rival schools. They did the artwork for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, which even carried over to the Switch in the form of Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. Beyond these creative pursuits, they've knocked out a number of amazing art books for multiple Capcom franchises, and that's where we find ourselves today. Let's open up Issues and Impressions, a look at notable comic books that have hit my stack. Collecting 10 years of side hustles and abandoned pitches, Udon's released an online exclusive sketchbook. Is this book Midnight Bliss, or is it a super taunt to your wallet?
Comics, games, animation, and a variety of henshin credible superhero shows from Japan. Chad Bonin guides you through the Tsundoku Zone.
Wouldn't know it from just one glance. It's a party though we don't dance. Everything coming down to advance. Slice of heaven, game bar plans. Wouldn't know it from just one glance. It's a party though we don't dance. Everything
Seems a little lonely if you always at the top. Why would you climb a mountain unless you can stop?
Let's sort out some of the facts. This is a 48-page book in comic-size format and comes in 3 covers: Chun-Li, Morrigan, and a blank variant for you to get your sketch on. The book is an online exclusive and sells for $30 before shipping. I imagine that there's a potential to buy this at a convention from one of the artists directly, but that involves conventions happening again. Throughout the book, a who's who of people you should follow on Twitter, DeviantArt, Tumblr, etc. have their work featured. Out of all those, Omar Dogan gets the honor of the cover art, which is also featured on the back of the book without the logo. With a focus on convention sketches, rough drafts, original line art, and character designs, you get a hodgepodge of works. Many of the pieces are simply black and white, or have a quick marker job done from the convention floor. Not much here is a finalized product that you would see online, and that's part of the fun. This is like peeling back a look at Da Vinci's sketchbook, a feeling that is only echoed by the choice for the pages to be in off-white. Not all of Da Vinci's works came to life, and the masters at Udon have some similarly abandoned concepts in this book. A mecha series of designs meant for Street Fighter 4 DLC that went unused is on display. Fei Long belongs to Jew Ranger. E Honda looks like he could pierce the heavens. DJ's ready to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger, inspired by the Predator. And as a personal favorite, Dan's channeling Conti from Fooly Cooly in a great design no matter the character. The rest of the book features various sketches, experiments, and commissions without much logic. While it's all tagged with the creator's name, there's no context or commentary to go with it. No, I wanted to try this out, or a person really wanted a sexy picture of Morgan, or even, hey, here's the whole story behind the Milo Manara inspired cover. The book ends with a preview of Street Fighter Origins Sagat, which was apparently supposed to come out back in 2018. For the uninitiated, it's a hard sell. For the same price, you can get multiple Capcom compilations on your current system of choice and actually play the games, but if you're even looking at this book, you've already got those. I would have loved to have seen this with thicker cardstock or a nice hardback cover. Given the alpha in the title, it may even be that we see an Omega pairing of this book before we get a hardback option. If you look past the contents and just see a 48-page comic book, it's significantly hard to encourage you to spend $30. But for what it's worth, and the content within, it's gold for collectors of their art books, comics, and that little bit of Capcom continuity they've carved out for themselves. That's it for the Tsundoku Zone, but the stack never ends.
This program is brought to you by the support of members of the Tsundoku Zone Patreon. If you enjoyed this episode and have the means, please consider joining to keep the show running and get an inside look on the production.